Hi everybody, my name is Alyssa Pickens. Welcome to my presentation for Module 4, Instruction and Learning Theories, specifically the theory of multiple intelligence. Now I want to reference this presentation with a couple of side notes. If you hear something in the background, it is simply my washer. If you happen to hear a horn honking, I don't know what the outside world is doing, but occasionally there will be another sound from the outside world. I do apologize for that. And if I accidentally go forward or backwards in the presentation while I'm verbally going forward, just know that this is my first time using this screencast-o-meter, and every time I think that it is easy to use the arrows to move in the direction, sometimes I have to resort to clicking, which makes it go backwards when I really want it to go forward. So I do apologize for any external distractions or technical difficulties, none of which are my doing. That being said, let's hope for a smoother presentation this time around. So moving forward, welcome to my theory of my presentation on the theory of multiple intelligence. That being said, as the name indicates in the theory, the guy who introduced this theory into the world basically said everybody is capable of learning. He took into consideration of both, I think it was Hobbes that did the learning styles, if my notes served, if my memory served me correctly. But he, on my research, he did indicate that learning styles was one of his influences into creating this theory of his. And as the infographic indicates, there is natural, musical, bodily, kinesthetic, logical and mathical, interpersonal, ultrapersonal, and linguistics. Now, on a personal note, growing up, I had always saw myself as a ultra-personal and interpersonal type of learner. Well, yes, type of learner. Upon further review or reflection at this point, at this stage of my life, I would say from a kid I went from interpersonal and leaning more towards of ultra-personal. And then when I was going through my undergrad, I became musically inclined because of my major in media studies, and I'm quite surprised that there's no type of intelligence to indicate a visual learning. So I feel like, and I have to do more research on this, but I feel like as a learner you can shift or quote-unquote evolve throughout your multiple intelligence. There's nothing that indicates that you're static into one. So This theory, the multiple intelligence, the experiential learning theory by Kolb's and types of learner, and then there's a newer recent one that I ran into that talks about technology, pedagogy, communication, and it's called TPAC. I don't know if I have included that slide. Huh? If I didn't, that will the various things that I mentioned before will be probably expanded on in a paper. Now, on to the theorist himself. His name is Howard Gardner, a alumni of Harvard. Of course he is. He was born in 1943. He graduated in 1971, or the 1970s, because he did do a back-to-back between his undergrad through his doctorate in 1970 with Harvard. So I guess you can say he's a die-hard Harvard. Well, die Harvard. That joke aside, Howard Gardner, his work, his most notable work is the multiple theories of intelligence, introduced in 1983 in his book Frames of Mind: Theories of Multiple Intelligence. From the mid 1990s, yes, he became the director of the Good Projects, which is a group of incentives founded on the collaboration with sociologists. I believe the first name, Holly, either has a Kazakhstan sounding name or it's Indian sounding name, but there's that sociologist alongside William Damon. He did retire from teaching in 2019. His most recent publication would be in 2020, which is his memoir, A Synthesizing Mind, published by MIT Press. And this book in particular explores the results of their large-scale study documenting how different groups think about goals of college and values of course of studies emphasizing on liberal arts and sciences. That being said, this is why I can see this particular theory lending itself to the experiential learning theory and the TPAC theory, and then yes, the learning style. He's very much a individualistic instruction, despite having a international impact for his theory. Because I think he got like 30 additional, yes, Yes. In his recognition for his contributions in both the academic and public policy, he received honorary degrees from 31 colleges and universities, including Bulgaria, Canada, Chile, Greece, Ireland, Israel, Italy, South Korea, and Spain. And he has been featured twice on the Foreign Policy and Prospect magazines of one of 100 most influential public intellectuals of the world. So, what a guy! What a guy! What a time to be alive! Yes, what a guy! And I believe that is it for my presentation. Thank you so much for bearing with me, and I hope you enjoy your spring break. And I'll see you guys around, virtually, hopefully.